One of the most frustrating things when dealing with Christianity and dealing with Christians and debating with Christianity on moral issues is there's a lot of Christians who will say, well, you're an atheist, you don't believe in a God, therefore you don't believe in an objective moral system, therefore you have no basis of morality to condemn anything that we're doing, anything that our God supports, anything like that. Because I'll point out, the God of the Bible supports things like genocide, slavery, misogyny, and child abuse. And some people will argue, no, he doesn't, because that's terrible. But there are some people who will say, okay, but who are you to say that stuff is wrong? As if we can't have morality without Christianity. This religion that has not been around nearly as long as humans have, and humans working together and figuring stuff out. A system where it would seem we had morals and ideas of doing things before coming up with this religion and the religions it's based off of, and kind of plugged those morals into it and tweaked it and filtered it out the other side, and it became something else. It would seem that morals and ethics evolved with humanity over time as we learned how to deal with one another, as we learned how to work together for the betterment of a society and the individuals in a society, including ourselves. So we seem to have kind of figured out this rough sketch of a moral system that promotes human well-being, overall human well-being. Now, is it perfect? No, because there's not some objective set morality. It is just stuff that we've kind of figured out over time, and it does vary from culture to culture. But overall, it seems to work, and a lot of us seem to manage just fine without a God, and especially when there are those of us who aren't defending the enslavement or mistreatment or murder of our fellow humans, as does the Bible. And the issue with morality is made even more clear when there are some Christians who will come forward and say, well, if there is no God, if I didn't believe in a God, there would be nothing stopping me from hurting or killing or robbing however many people I wanted to. Whereas there's plenty of us who don't believe in a God, who don't go around hurting people, who don't need that extra something, that extra belief to stop us from being terrible people. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And it just makes the Christian making the argument look ridiculous. Like, who are you to say that God's wrong for wiping out all of humanity except for 8 people in a boat full of animals? Men, women, children, whatever. Who are you to say it's wrong that God demanded the murder and slaughter of plenty of other people throughout the Bible? Who are you to say that it's wrong that God says it's okay to beat your slaves, that it's okay that he says that women are inferior to men? Who are you to say any of this is wrong? Because you're not a Christian. You're not a part of our special group. Therefore, you have no morals. If there's a group of people who don't need your special book or your God or your laws to be good people, and then there are people who believe in this special book, who say that if it wasn't for this God or this book or whatever, I would be a horrible, horrible, horrible person, that should say everything. I am an atheist, and I have no intention on hurting anyone. I don't hurt people. I don't murder people. And when people tell me that if they didn't have their book, they would go around harming others, that should say it all, in my opinion.